10 seconds remaining.
I mean,
what the reason for the pause was and just never got an answer. Everyone just ignoring it completely. The Stinger is going to get ganked up bottom lane. The Rubik goes for a bit of a lift up. The Boca, though, does have the enchant up, and that'll be first blood to go the way of XXS.
Mid lane for Dr. Mago just doesn't pop off. We'll try for an arena, though.
Yeah, Siamese Cat, the one to get caught, still alive, will go for a soul rip, and now Dark Mago going to be completely surrounded. He's trying to secure the kill, but he can't get it. XWY will take his life away for even tour of Maboka. The double damage rune allows XWY to have the bonus damage they require for this tier 1 mid tower. Pretty big loss here for the side of BEASTCOAST.
That opens up the map in such a big way. They lose Stinger down bot as well.
Seems like they're kind of behind, and then suddenly K1 comes out online, and then you're in trouble. As Monet gonna run into Dark Mago. Like Schofield now the one to be chased down on the Nyx assassin. My Carapace will be there to slow them down a little bit, and now the spear to come out. Still, the zombies are chasing down Schofield, so there's really no way out. But he is making it very challenging.
Full Hood of Defiance up. Kaya, Sanj not too far off. And once he hits that mark, I mean, he's going to be that mid-game tempo for Aster. He's going to be playing around with the front line of the team. Although
Arena is down, kisses around. They've got a massive kickoff in the Timber. If XXS does go down, he tries to survive through it. Well, that's the problem, because you don't want to allow K1 to get to the point, and I always say the exact same thing when it comes to Naga, but you don't want to allow him to get to the point where he has the heart up. Because once heart is up, you have trouble just dealing with the illusions. Any waves pushed out at some stage during the game. Jump in, they've got the Undying. Siamese Cat going to get caught out. A nice stun from Baboka's creep. But it won't make the difference. They still secure the kill. Baboka's still messing around with Dark Mago. Arena's going to be down. They're onto the Enchantress now. Kisses will fly out. Baboka, he should just be gone. And he will be. As Monet's going to show up and...
For Aster, their answers have to come out from XXS and XWY. It's all about the magic damage on the puck and the Timber Saw. Because it will still scale up against Nog even with the stats. Like, the magic damage will still not hurt.
Schofield going to get caught. Intel is going to be there on XXS, but Schofield will eventually drop. Not the biggest deal in the world again. Just another support going down here for the side of BEASTCOAST. Aster, they'll be happy to take his life away. They are only really finding supports with these gank rotations. It's BEASTCOAST, they are going to smoke up themselves now. Down towards the bottom side of the map. They'll see Baboka, but more importantly, they see XXS. Meanwhile, XWY acting away. Here comes Schofield. Scouting out the Timber once again. We've seen this before. XXS, he's a tanky boy. There's your stun out. They've locked him down. Kisses in. Spear, where do you land it though? Dark Mago is eventually going to get it, but they don't have the damage. XXS, he will survive through it. And now poor old Schofield gets baited by his team and is going to drop once again.
This is achieving, as you've always pointed out, Mike. Hector is still farming. So it is going back to all in on Hector. Dream Coil onto Dark Mago, though.
They have a Dream Coil. Dark Mago still running away. XWY with the chase should have the kill, though Dark Mago trying to survive a little bit longer, but it's not quite enough. That's a big one here for the side of Team ASTER.
To handle Naga with some of the stat items she does have up. You just need to make that move onto her at some point.
He's going for the heart as we speak. Ensnare is out. K1 locking down Siamese Cat. And that'll be the Undying getting bursted down very quickly, as it seems like K1 now feeling ready to jump into the mid-tier 1 tower. And he's probably going to find it through XXS. Oh, that's a very nice dodge from K1. Concerning for Team ASTER.
It gets so much harder to try to nuke Hector down. This might be their opportunity, though.
They're going to try. Hurricane away as well. K1 going to purge off the song. But the song is waiting. A nice arena is going to be thrown out. Dark Mago with the kisses to follow up. It's so much damage, but not quite enough. They need to pop the song. They need to run away. Dark Mago, he will drop for this. But he does protect his Naga Siren, though I say that XWY is right behind him. And they do find K1. Huge kills for Team ASTER.
It looks like such a good opening as well for BEASTCOAST. Like the two-man impale into a real without that full heart up. And they still have the damage throughput from ASTER to take control. So they find the two big kills they need. Although
they're going to find Baboka. Double up is there. The lift was out to set up. Baboka, he does have the Glimmer Cape, so it is a bit of a slower process in terms of taking him down, but still going to be a rather simple kill here for the... And he'll be just fine. Instead, they may run into Schofield. which is still a kill if they get it, but not the kill they really want. Schofield, he'll pop the spike carapace. Seems like he is still set to fall, but he will tank the gank for the rest of his team. But that Nick, he doesn't have the Vendetta to try and scout out. So he might be the gobble up spit out target, and he will be. Who are they going to aim? XXS? No, they're going to go after the Enchantress. A double impale out, and now an Arena. It's caught 3 targets. The kisses are there as well. The Boker is still surviving. Now the song being committed. K1 wants out of there. Meanwhile, Monet, he's still fighting, but needs to. Oh, he can keep going. The song is gone now. Nothing to hold them back. Meanwhile, Coil is going to land onto the Naga. K1, he's on the run, but Team ASTER, they've got the numbers. They will take him down. And it seemed like a great...
He had on Monet here. Hector's map has just ranked so much, and he hasn't been able to get as many kills as he'd want to as well. They're still trying to scout around with Schofield.
They're going to find Siamese Cat. The XWY is going to make a jump in for a Dream Coil. There's not the Nix Assassin. There's going to be a Battle Trance swapped as well. Monet, he gets the ensnares off, and he's got K1 on the Nagasara. Look at the damage up, but the song's committed, but it does nothing. It does absolutely nothing as Monet just permanent now, but ASTER are headed right their way. In fact, K1, he's going to be very cautious here. It is his side of the map, but he's sticking around a bit too long. Mirror images are going to be there. Monet, he has the smoke broken. K1 is going to get spotted out, and in they go. He gets a stun immediately. There's going to be an impale out, but the BKB has been popped to Monet. He will just chase him down. K1, he'll go for the song, but Monet is still chasing, hoping for an ensnare, but he's not going to get one. So K1 will still be on the run, but here comes XWY.
Oh, no.
He has the coil. Lock him down. Cancel the TP. They know the Naga's going nowhere. There's no way to survive through it. K1 is gone.
Oh man. Let's go.
Bottom T3 tower. Gonna be under siege here as Monet does move in. East Coast not really TPing back yet. I really try and drag this one out. Dropped in from XWY. Dreamclaw's going to be there on 2. They've locked down a couple. XXS immediately in onto Schofield. Taking down the Nix Assassin. They are still just trying to slow this one down. K1 has not TP'd back, and neither is Dark Mago. They are still just in the dire jungle at the moment. It's just 3 trying to defend, and it's going to be an immediate tieback on Schofield. Schofield going down once again. Here they come. Dark Mago finally joining his team, but K1 is still just pushing out lanes. He has a TP. He does commit a TP now, but he just focused on pushing out the lanes instead, ensuring they can't go for megas, but they're still going to try for this Team ASTER. They haven't waited through the bot lane. He goes Dark Mago, but he's already down. The arena's no good without the Mars. And now Monet, he's on the chase. He wants the Naga. They'll cookie up and stun him up. GG's call. Dark Mago's seen enough. They won't even try for the final team fight. Team ASTER, they will confidently take game number 1 here off the hands of Beast Coast.
Limited on Beast Coast. You really only have what? Blink Tiny right now? Maybe
3 snap fire. Schofield, interesting position. We'll still hide in the tree line. He's going to avoid Baboka's vision. What do you think about this top lane though? Like, is Monet just going to have the freest lane of his life? Like, hold that thought, because Schofield's going to get an avalanche toss off onto Monet. Cookie's there. I apologize in advance, Team ASTER, for that. It's clearly not the freest lane of his life. Worth lead the way of Beast Coast. All lanes look very even as well. Like mid lane in particular, they're both 19 for 2 in terms of CS. Just mirroring each other's CS at the moment. Top lane, toss back is going to be there onto our Undying. Cookie to follow up. And this toss combination. Schofield's been doing such a fantastic job on the Tiny. He does find a secondary kill here in the top lane.
It's a lot more straightforward to play with a Tiny for the Snapfire in comparison to the mixed lane last time for Schofield. We weren't really seeing any early impale plays to set up for cookies into the Scatter Blast, and they do find Stinger in the end down bot at least. But this top lane start is rough. 3 Frost Arrows up and running, so the threat isn't quite there, although...
Top lane, they're going to have the Undying. The Poker, he will go down, so the rotation...
down bot unless it's onto Stinger, and even if you find Stinger, I mean, it's a Phoenix support. He doesn't mind being a sacrifice here. Being aggressive at top, though.
This is out. Yeah, they've got the Drow. Monet trying to juke them out the best he can. Still juking very nicely, but not quite nice enough. Sacred even finding the tombstone for himself. BEASTCOAST, he'll go for the chase. Cookie is there from Sacred. BEASTCOAST, now the one being hunted, needs to run, but the toss back in onto Sacred. Still Sacred, happy to fight. Does have the scatter blast, should be able to land it perfectly. Just waiting for the kill secure, and will secure. Sacred now 2-0-3.
You know, I'm a little bit faster on the Bloodstone for Dark Mago. And for Aster, it's just a bit of a waiting game.
They're going to have BEASTCOAST again. The Undying, he does get caught out. He'll go for a bit of a soul rip, but ultimately knows he's probably just set to fall here as a bit of a cheeky decay off, tanking him up just a little bit more. And get another. Toss is there. Sacred, Scatter Blast available, is going to be able to secure another kill for himself on the Snapfire. And they've got Dark Mago here with Schofield. T1 Tower is still being forced in, but XWY is going to get caught out on the task. They've got the split earth to land, so Snowball is going to buy a little bit of time. Shards away, but it's not enough. Even K1 showing up with a Chrono onto the Rubik, making sure they get maximum value. And Siamese Cat is not making it out of there. K1.
It's your Voidus, but you can keep running with a Tiny here.
We go. BEASTCOAST going to be spotted. Schofield. Numbers toy out, is going to be able to break the gap. XXS is around, try and help. In fact, there's a lot of heroes moving in from ASTER. They should be able to punish. A nice RP from XXS. It's going to knock two of them down. Dark Mago somehow still alive, but eventually will fall to Monet's damage. Schofield, he will drop to boot. Nice attempt here from BEASTCOAST, but they find an Undying. It costs them two very
Matchup farm that XSS and Monet would want to have. Be able to contest without too much fuss as well. Like, Provoke will show up for a moment, but not much the Undying can really do to stop this.
Yeah. K1, he's going to show up from behind. He'll drop the Tombstone, but Lil Twitter is going to be out immediately from Sacred. And Tombstone is gone. BEASTCOAST, he is probably gone with it. They're going for more. Schofield Avalanche toss is going to be out onto Siamese Cat, so they'll find a secondary pickoff. Such a different game for
team here. Still a little bit more time and space needed here from Monet. And he's not safe. He's under a ward.
That he is. Monet needs to run right now. Schofield trying to break the gap. Is actually going to connect with the Avalanche.
Oh, boy.
Now kisses to fly in. They've just got so much damage. Take him out. The Schofield is at least going to get caught with the Tiny. The kisses are stolen by Siamese Cat. Still getting the damage out. Schofield somehow alive. Finally goes down. A toss is there though, just the nick of time. Schofield, rather Sacred, could not secure Siamese Cat. He will survive another day. And Sacred the one to go down.
This ward Aster has is right outside of Sentry Vision. So they can just respond and dodge out this movement from BEASTCOAST. It's a little bit of time being expended here, but they're still trying to go for it.
Now going to give it a shot. Avalanche toss-up is there. They're going to find Siamese Cat. That's one. XXS, he does have the Blink Dagger up, so he's going to jump in for a double skewer back. The egg immediately popped by our Phoenix, and there's no answer to it. Monet's trying to burst it down. He should have it in time, and they do get Stinger down. Back now they can move on to Dark Mago, but the Bloodstone is going to be popped. Can he heal through it? He's going to try. Chrono. K1, he found the drow. Monet's been caught, trying to run his way out, but the infinite practice from K1. Locking him down, and now Schofield moves in. XXS, he'll try to skewer away. Looks like he will be okay to survive. Schofield's the one caught. Cookie, there's the low ground. He'll make it. He'll make it just barely. Show on the mid lane with XWY. Nobody going to take the bait though. And ASTER, they're actually going to retreat. They have not done what they wanted. In fact, Siamese Cat gets left behind. Avalanche will be out. Lift is up. Maybe they can try to focus down the Tiny, but in the meantime, BEASTCOAST does get caught, and once again, Schofield is going to be saved by Sacred. Meanwhile, XXS, he's going to find Dark Mago, but he's a tanky boy. The Pulse Nova is just ripping right through them. They just don't have the damage, and now Dark Mago, he's going to go on to Monet. That's going to be another. ASTER are falling apart in game 2.
God, BEASTCOAST.
Very long here. BEASTCOAST. Easy Roshan for themselves. Team ASTER unable to get there in time to counter this. At least they are going to find out Schofield on the Tiny, who was scouting out for his team, but Schofield is still alive. Finally, ones that need to find an answer to this game. Like, Monet's about to have a Hurricane Pike up, but that's nowhere near at the stage where the Drow's going to feel like a powerhouse. Oh, now they even find the Undying, but BEASTCOAST's going to drop. Nice easy pick off here for Beast Coast. There's not really too much outer objectives left. They've got a tier 2 mid and a tier 2 bottom.
Should be able to bail out in the TP, but if he plays greedy here, it could cost him.
XWI almost getting caught. In fact, Schofield's going to find him eventually. Walrus Punch is there, but Sacred is right behind here on the Snapfire. XWI forced the BKB up, has a TP available, will end up popping it to get away. Meanwhile, towards the top side of the map for Boca. But Boca has been caught once again, and so has XXS. K1 will be on the chase here in the void, commits the Chrono, no messing around, wants the Magnus, and they will take his life away. Well, they might even go high ground off this. Even without the Chrono up, there's 2 down. K1, he's going to be fine. Dark Mago just jumping in by himself. Trusting Stinger with the 4-staff to save him. And he will. Jump in, Schofield. That's a nice toss.
Oh, the toss!
Monet on the Drow Ranger. Oh, Schofield, he's been an absolute monster this game. He just won't stop.
He is a machine on this Tiny. Just punishing so bad on the backline. And they still have this RP play ASTER can try to pull out here, but without the Drow, without the Tusk, the follow-through damage, it doesn't feel like it's there. And they still have the Aegis up and running for a good amount here in Dark Mago.
There's the Boca once again. Dark Mago takes him out. Ada has to defend. This is without the Chrono. Schofield again just going to jump in onto XXS. Still they will skewer back the left bracket. Dark Mago might die the first time around, but no, he's surviving. He'll take down XXS first. We're going together, he says. There's the egg exploding. That'll be XWI going down. Beast Coast just completely annihilating the side of ASTER in game 2 as we have the GG call. We are going to a game 3 of this best of 3 tiebreaker between ASTER and Beast Coast. And I can only wonder what game 3 is going to be like.
Out, you can clear out the laning Eidolons here just fine. Your Enrage is going to feel pretty...
Because it is kind of annoying. But it seems like Sacred should be just fine with the Ring of Health now being up.
Working this way towards that little Vanguard. They do find Stinger down bot eventually. So that's where the first...
Move in and start sending stacks away. These are the stacks that Monet was meant to take, but they'll be Sacred's now. Little game sense to try and move in and get that vision. Siamese Cat feeling charitable. In the meantime, there was a fight breaking out, but there was a toss back. Sadly, I believe that was a zombie that got in the way, so he got tossed out. Top lane, Schofield still being chased by Monet, is going to go down. Pops the battle trance, ensures he gets the kill, even takes the courier of Schofield. They're going to head up top lane. 5k advantage now, moving in. Could be a massive team fight to break out for ASTER as well. Sacred is going to break the smoke at the very least. They will spot him out on the Centaur. Sunray will be out. He's a tanky voice. They're just going to commit the black hole immediately. No messing around. They want the kill and they'll take the kill. Sure, you don't find one of the more valuable calls like
Monet is just going to be such a massive issue, and even then, like XXS, he had a free lane. He was allowed to farm up this fast. He's going for the ults to kite out the Ursa, to stop them from the Stampede as well, without having to commit the black hole.
Well, at least Baboka will go down bottom lane. Schofield able to pick that one up, but that's not really a big kill. Pos 4 going down.
Smoke out here. No blink up yet on Dark Mago, though. But at least with Sacred up front, they could try.
Baboka, great positioning again on the Tusk. Will break the smoke here from Beast Coast. May go down, but does save Monet's life. In fact, I say that he may not go down because he gets a snowball off. Sacred makes the jump back in to ensure they get the kill, but is forced to stampede just to try and get out. But the cavalry is incoming. XWI's around. They're onto the Centaur, and they'll have the Centaur. Even the egg being dropped right on the head of Dark Mago. The mid-tiny is going to drop here to ASTER.
Good. For the early Guardian Greaves and Sunray on top. Hector? What's he doing?
Got the Ursa. Cape. He's going to try and fight back. XWI is copying a fair bit of damage here. K1 now breaking the gap, but XXS going to move in. Has Black Hole available if he wants to throw it out. Schofield, though, is going to lift him up and make sure XXS is forced to back, as instead they will take the Dragon Knight's life, but K1 is still going to drop. They'll take down Siamese Cat with him. So you lost the mid.
You have some control of that area. Inside of BEASTCOAST still keep trying to walk forward though. And they lack vision in that forward jungle. They have a laning ward up top. But they can't really see all faster.
Find a Phoenix as they trouble. In fact, they found Baboka to boot on the down. You've got an Ursa. K1 can rush very quickly through this Roshan. Keep in mind, you are still fighting into a black hole of XXS, but it hasn't been that easy to land without some kind of blink up. Sacred going to jump in again, is going to find the Phoenix. Will heal him up, but it's not going to be it. Siamese Cat is going to drop. BEASTCOAST suddenly getting away with...
Need to see that mid-tier 1 go. Like, they have to bring back some map control here. Stinger?
Top lane, they're going to find the Undying. Stinger. He has a TP up, but needs to find a nice little hiding spot to try and get the TP off. It won't be enough. Stinger's going to drop. Won't even bother wasting his TP. Mid-tier 1 in the meantime is being harassed down by BEASTCOAST, but the defense is there. Glyph will be forced out, and Baboka will be out with the shards to just pull the creep wave over. Meanwhile, mid, Renee's going to make the jump in. Has his BKB, gets the ensnare, and that's the one. Already got so much value out of that mid-tier 1 tower anyway. It's not like this is really necessary, but they are going to buy infinite time. Well, here we go. They're onto the Centaur, but Sacred gets forced up. Instead now Dark Mago, who was blinking in for a tossback. No black hole to come out as the Avalanche does make sure they do not get it off. Stinger instead is going to drop on the Undying. And that's going to be about it. Team ASTER, they won the Enigma. That'll be XXS gone. He's mid lane, but Boca trying to mess around with Stinger, but the Stampede is immediately out from Sacred. Snowball back the way of the Centaur, but Baboka is eventually going to get caught out and will go down. Huge win here for BEASTCOAST. And now finally focus on that tier 1 mid tower. And it should just...
Radiant are scared.
Top lane they go, Stinger. Not the target you really want to start on. They may accept it. They are setting up the tier 1 top tower anyway, so you may as well just take the Undying kill while you're at it. Tier 1 tower is not going to be defended, I don't think. The BEASTCOAST do show up, but Monet, he's a madman. He just wants to rush right in. He could not care less. There's 4 heroes around the area, but he's got the backup. Monet just setting up for his team. They'll stun up the Tiny, and Dark Mago's gone. Of course, the Aegis did expire about 30 seconds ago, so he didn't...
Bots back, but he didn't have the follow tree this time around from BEASTCOAST to feel confident. And ASTER has the numbers. ASTER has the threat of turning with that black hole. They might find more.
Yeah, they will. Snowball in, the Ruby. Gets done, and that's a bit short, so Baboka going to find himself in a bit of danger. It's going to go down.
Actor?
K1, he's very deep at the moment on his own. But ASTER... they've seen enough. They've lost their task. They don't want to deal with the Dark Mago respawning in just a moment.
ASTER, all their spells still up. BEASTCOAST in the wrong position. This could go badly for them if they're not ready. Hector.
Okay, one. He's the big one. Monet, he's going to have his smoke broken. He almost can't believe what he sees. I mean, he literally just walked up to them like a gift. Just a gift wrapped up in a bear costume. Getting caught here by the side. Going to make their way in, I wonder. That'll be Avalanche already down. Roshan still just dropping for free, and Monet's just going to take it. No stopping him, even takes the shards. Now the jump in. They found the Undying. Stinger immediately bursted down. BEASTCOAST, they just had no way to get in.
No. Like, well, the best you can hope for is like a blink stun from Sacred and Steel, but that's easier said than done. Like, just this team for BEASTCOAST away. It's just thinking about Black Hole, thinking about the edge. So much can go wrong.
Mago. He's even popped his double damage in response to this, but he's just gone. It's too much damage coming in from Monet. Ouch. Now even the Rubik. Schofield gonna go for a snowball. Does steal it away from Baboka. Still gonna snowball right back into control, but nice blink away. He should
Centaur stun and get the pickoffs that way. Finding something to go for. Oh man.
Immediate jump in, XWY, no hesitation. K1 gonna try and go for the fight. They're still worried about the Snippet Black Hole, which is moving in. K1 still trying to fight with the Ursa. He's now been caught out. There's the Black Hole XXS. He's gonna be right underneath the egg. Oh, that is an absolute disastrous situation for the side of BEASTCOAST as they need to get the hell out of there. This is not the team fight. Baboka still going. Shards out on Stinger. The Undying's been caught out. Dark Mago's still trying to fight this one out, but the Midnight Pulse It's just everything locking them down. He is gone as well. No buyback available. Monet looking for the final piece of the puzzle.
Someone misstep, they just instantly jump in. They know they've got the follow through. They know they've got the control. And whereas for Beast Coast, oh man, they're just melting.
There goes Stinger. Just joining his team once again here, Stinger. Now a Blink Dagger is up on XXS, so you've actually got the setup this time around for the Black Hole, and it is back up. Satan. Oh, yeah, he was just standing in the middle of nowhere. Still, his team is there to back him up, but this could be the final time they go for a team fight as K1 is melting. He'll try to run, try to heal up. It's not enough. Monet just stands his ground. GG is called. Team ASTER, they are able to secure their spot in the upper bracket of the playoffs. Sadly for Beast Coast, they are going to have to start in the lower bracket.